Hello, and welcome to the tutorial about the SWISSUbase fast data deposit process. Let's begin by logging into your user account, in which you see your researcher dashboards. Click on the Fast Data Deposit button to enter into the fast data deposit process. And here you see that you can enter your study and dataset information, plus deposit your data in 6 easy steps. Now to do this, you can do this in one of two ways. If you've already entered information about your study, you'll see the list of studies that are in editing mode. And for those in which you've already entered the mandatory metadata about the study, you can select that study, click Next, and then continue the rest of the steps to deposit your data. However, for purposes of this tutorial, we'll start from the beginning and we'll create an entirely new study. In this step, it's very important to choose the scientific domain that is most relevant to your work or your data set that you would like to deposit. This will dictate what kind of metadata you will need to enter. I'll choose General for purposes of this tutorial, and I want to call your attention to the field study title. If you enter a title in a language other than English, you will also need to enter the study title in English. This is so that your information is visible and harvestable by other catalogs outside of SWISSUbase. I will also enter my study description language. And here you have the possibility to add additional authors that have collaborated with you on the work. I will now add my main discipline. And here you can click on the title to expand the choices. And please enter also the geographical area in which your study was conducted. And as the same as the study title, if you enter your abstract in a language other than English, please also include an abstract in English. This is mandatory to move to the next step. Now we'll enter the information about the data set. Please enter a descriptive data set title. And you have the possibility to request a DOI if you so desire, and also enter your dataset description language. And now we can move to the next step, which is to upload your data files. You see here that you can either enter a single data file, and you see here the types of files that are accepted, or you can enter a file collection, which is a collection of files, typically in a zip. I will upload my zip file, and you'll see here that you can see your file collection, and you can change the title if you desire. And equally, if you would like to add metadata about your file or file collection, you have several choices here in which you can click the type of resource, and you will need to enter a reference path manually for the file that you would like to describe. You can do this as many times as you would like if you have more than one file collection to upload. And then we'll click Next. Now my file is uploaded and saved. I can close, and now we'll go to step 4, which is the deposit contract. So here you can read and accept the deposit contract and go to the next step. In step 5, you can select the usage license that is most appropriate for your work and for the access of other researchers to access your data. So please select if the dataset does not consist of any personal data, or if it does consist of personal data, but please confirm that all individuals have been informed about the publication of the data and or given their consent. Now you'll see the selection of license options. There are many different type of Creative Commons licenses. And if you would like more information about each license, you can click on the link to get more information. There's also the option to select a closed contract, which means that you would like to have some restrictions on who can access and the usage of your data. So for example, if you have some restrictions of use of the data, you can select here. If you would like to restrict it just to research and teaching only, for example, and if you would like to have prior agreement before someone downloads your data. If you select this option, this means if someone wants to download your data, you will be notified ahead of time and you can either agree or decline the request. But for now, I will choose none. And then I can go to the next step. Now we're ready to deposit our data. You see here that a DOI has been generated, and then you have two options. If you would like to continue adding metadata on the study, dataset, and file level, you can click this option and then click Enrich, and you will be taken to the page where you can complete more information about your work. For this tutorial, I'll show you just the last step of depositing your data. So here you'll notice that we see all of the mandatory information that has been entered. You just need to click that you would like to submit the study before depositing your data, and then click Deposit. And congratulations, you've successfully deposited your data. If at any time you would like to add additional information to this study, you can find it in your list of studies. You'll see here, this is the study that we've just submitted, and you can click on that study to further edit the information, to continue enriching with more metadata on study, dataset, and file level. Thank you very much for following this tutorial. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact us at support@swissubase.ch. Thank you.